Let's take a look at some pulchra right now. What do you say, Scoolman?
Okay.
Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you again from Carlsbad with Scoolman. We're doing attempt 2 of a Grammastola pulchra care video. We actually came down here, I don't know, 3-6 months ago to film this video, and we had a new camera and our footage was all blurry, and I said, oh gosh, we need to redo that. Scoolman, can we come back over? And so today is that day. So let's take a look at some pulchra right now. What do you say, Scoolman?
Okay.
Alright, so we were lucky enough to catch this beautiful lady while she's having a meal. Tell us first of all what you like to feed your pulchra, Damien.
Predominantly roaches. I raise dubias, occasional crickets once in a while just for variety. I don't know that it matters.
Do you ever feed other species of roaches?
I have a small hisser colony that booms and crashes periodically, and when it's booming I'll feed them off as well.
If you don't mind, would you care to share your information about your blog so other people can learn about proper husbandry of the Grammastola pulchra?
Put together a small blog with some information that I researched over several months to try and get their basic ecology and housing requirements together in one spot. It's gpulchra.blogspot.com, and I just have their habitat ecology from Uruguay and Brazil along the border in the Pampas grasslands area, and I kind of assimilated all that information into some basic care info.
Nice. You're one of the few people that I know that's been able to successfully breed this species season after season. Is there anything that you think you might be doing that has aided in that success?
I think so, yeah. I'm not going to say.
Okay.
I'm going to keep that one.
Alright. That one's top secret, guys. Sorry. You're not getting that one today.
And everybody knows they have to be chilled like many other species do, but it's the seasonal cycle that I was able to nail down, I think.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this incredible species. Could you tell us the basic breakdown of their care?
Everybody likes to raise them as a dry desert species, which they are not. They're a grassland species, so they do require more humidity than everybody touts. They do fine in a dry environment. They'll survive, but if you want them to thrive, they need more humidity. They need their substrate to be moist more often than it is dry.
And it looks like you use the coconut fiber for your substrate?
Yeah, I use a cocoa fiber peat mixture. I know a lot of people have been switching over to straight dirt, but there's too many microbes and parasites in dirt, and if you're baking it in the oven, you're killing off all of the microbes that are necessary for soil. So I've been successful with this, and they all seem to thrive on it.
Neat. Another thing I like about all of your enclosures is they're always beautifully decorated, and then your animals go and redecorate them in the ways that they like.
Yeah. All that effort to make them as natural as possible, and then they decide it's not natural enough.
Looks like she's got a Triceratops skeleton.
Yeah, definitely not natural.
So she's got some foliage, and yeah, she seems really happy. Big, beautiful female. Is this your male killer?
Yes, this is the supposed German poached one.
Oh, this is the one.
I'm fairly certain that she was captive caught.
Wow, do you recall which legs it was that she had to regenerate?
The rear left and leg 2 on the right.
Wow, they look nice and big and robust. How long ago was that?
Oh shoot, 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Tell me a little bit about raising a pulchra through its lifetime. About how big are they when they hatch, and tell me a little bit about their life cycle.
Hatching out, they're probably, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch maybe? About the size of your pinky nail. And it takes upwards of 2 to 3 years to get them to a 1-inch size.
Wow.
Once they hit 1 inch, depending on the conditions and your feeding schedule, you can bring them up to 3 inches within another year. And then from that point, another 2 to 3 years, and you can bring them to full maturity.
What size is full maturity in your opinion?
4 About 4 to 5 inch leg span.
And that takes several years?
About 5, 6 years.
How big are the males when they mature?
About the 4 to 5 inch mark. About a 4 inch leg span, and usually within the next molt or two after that, they'll mature out.
After their ultimate molt, how long have you noticed that they have to live in general?
I'd have to check my notes, but I have an ultimate molt male now who, don't quote me, gotta check my notes, but I'm positive he's 5 years post-molt.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. So these are one of the species that have a longer lifespan, and I don't know that I've ever heard of a male that can live quite that long after maturity. And is that male still alive?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so
yeah.
That'd be interesting to document and observe.
I have 2 of them.
Oh really?
I have 2 of them that are well beyond 3 years past their mature molt.
Do you think that's probably normal, or do you think that's due to the circumstances of their life in captivity?
I think in the wild they're longer lived. Like a lot of your Aphanopelmas out here, the males, they'll be dead within a year or less. But I think their long life here is most definitely due to captive environment.
And their excellent keeping, of course. Awesome. Do you have any other final words of wisdom on pulchra care that we can squirrel away in our tarantula knowledge vaults?
Everybody needs 1 or 2 or 3. The biggest one I could say is just more moisture. More than what everybody is telling you.
Awesome. So not everything you read on the internet is true.
Definitely not.
Interesting. Awesome. Thank you so much. So I know you told me one time about a pulchra that you got imported from Germany, and it had a leg that actually looked like it had been glued back on. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that and how long it took that limb to regenerate.
I suspect she came out of Germany. I don't know for sure, but everything tells me that she's wild caught, not captive bred. I got her in. She was in bad shape. She had a couple of glued joints. It was probably a good 6 months before she molted. And luckily it was a clean molt. She came out, no issues, and it pretty much rectified the whole thing right there.
Wow. What do you think occurred that, do you think she lost those limbs in the previous molt and she was up for sale and they didn't want the buyer to think she was damaged? What do you think that was all about? Do you think they were trying to...
I'm thinking she was smuggled in. They attempted to use her for their breeding program. She's a male killer. I've never been able to successfully breed her. She kills the males. And once they realized that, I think they decided it was time to get rid of her. But at that point, I think they had repaired damage from when they got her in. Mm. And then when they figured out she wasn't going to be successful, they decided to get their money out of her and sold her.
Interesting. Well, thanks for showing us the Grammastola pulchra. That's a highly requested video. Maybe we'll come back again with Scoolman. And until then, see you guys later.